Welcome back everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we'll be looking at the very expensive Boomslug. He's a highly unstable bug that explodes when killed, won't damage other bugs, and he's got high health and low base damage. We do not want him for his damage though, we want him for his explosive capabilities. Now think of it like the GLA bomb truck from Command & Conquer Generals. That's essentially what this guy is, and that's me just being quite nice about it for YouTube TOS. Now, I love him. He's in my S tier. My first ever Impossible Run Boomslugs were a massive factor. And when you get these guys in mass, it's crazy the damage output. So, I'm going to send them to the north here, and we're going to back them up with some swarmers. I want to show you what the primary purpose of the Boomslug is. Whether he makes it is a different story. I don't think he's going to get too close. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I just want him to get right up to the wall so you can see what he's all about. There you go. One explosion, two explosions. There, he's getting a wee bit closer. So you can see what they're used for. Now, let's go look at their evolutions. The Boomslug, as you can see, suffers from being really slow, really squishy, although he's got high health. He doesn't have a lot of armor. I think he's almost got no armor. So if you want to unlock him, you'll have to beeline all your way up to the Wasp, or Defender, Swarm Mother. There's several routes to him, and you'll need to swing over to him here. Now, whilst he is slow, he has a massive explosive radius, which you can upgrade to give a 50% increased radius, and then another 50%. When you get those two, it's massive. That explosion that you've seen from the first one would have damaged those turrets in the back line, so that's incredible. Thicker skin gives him 5 health and 1 armor. We can also give him some move speed. Now, what other upgrades are great for him? Well, Healthy Digestion gives, of course, all Buggos plus 2 health, so that works well with the Boomslug. Go on the Warrior route, not only to have him as a frontline unit to protect the likes of the Boomslug by absorbing a lot of the fire. You've seen what I was doing with the Swarmers, using them as a kind of cannon fodder, so the Boomslugs could close the distance. Interlocking Plates gives him +1 armor and +1 damage. Well, damage isn't what you really want for the Boomslug, doesn't matter. Adrenaline gives him +1 as well on movement speed, which again, very, very useful. Swarm speed. This was only added on an update after I'd finished my Impossible Run. Had I had this, I'd have probably finished my Impossible Run in the matter of hours as opposed to days and weeks. It was quite difficult in the early days. A lot of these upgrades at all didn't exist yet, so yeah, I think that was probably as hard as it could be. This grants the Overmind ability to give +1 movement speed when active, also gives extra health and attack speed, but obviously that's not really important. A good pairing not only is the Warrior, of course, Swarm Mothers, and just amassing Swarmers so that they absorb all the fire. So Boomslugs, again, it's all about gap close. It's getting them as close as possible, and obviously they don't like tanks, they don't like mechs, all that, but well, I say they don't like mechs, but if you get enough of them close to a mech, it's probably one of the few ways to really get enough damage to take it down. We also have Goo. When you go the Builder route, be sure to pick up Defensive Goo. It gives them +2 armor. If you're pushing on a hard or impossible run, that is quite vital, as well as the Speed Goo, just to make them a little faster. And that's pretty much all the upgrades that you can really get for the likes of the Boomslug. He's in the S tier. Look, be sure to check out my Impossible Run if you want to see what a mass of Boomslugs is like. I might even do an updated run on the Impossible difficulty for you. It's incredible. S tier, up there with a Wasp in my opinion. Yeah, without a doubt. You could also pair them with the likes of the Titan as well. That works just as well. You know, anything that absorbs fire from high damage units, turrets, tanks. Always have them in the front line, and then the Boomslugs, gather a good number of them and just rush them in with the speed boost. Trust me, it's magical. Anyway, that's the Boomslug. I'll be moving on to the Titan next. Catch us all over there. Thank you.